This is STATIONflow. It kind of reminds me a little bit of some of like mobile games that I've been interested in, like Mini Metro or Mini Motorways, but it only looks that way. It's actually a pretty different game once you dig down into it. So let's. I've only played through the tutorial, but the tutorial is actually pretty nice because not only do they sort of walk you through the beginnings of it, but they actually let you play a complete game of STATIONflow coming off the tutorial. It's not just sort of a babied down version of the game. So let's try one of the classic map for the first time. See what that looks like. So the idea of this game is that you're trying to put together a subway system, particularly like a station manager. In fact, it's telling me a bunch of stuff right now. But I've already been through the tutorial. I'm sure I know everything. It's going to be fine. So time is passing right now, but I'm going to pause it because we want to look at what is going on. Okay, so we've got this subway platform. We've got a corridor, we've got a staircase, and our goal is to set it up so that people can come out of all of these entrances, can get to the subway, and people from the subway can get back to the entrances. Not too bad, it just sounds like connecting up a bunch of stuff. But what they've got is a bunch of little AI characters walking around. They come off the subway, they look around, and they try to figure out where to go. So this game is partly about making the physical connections, but it's mostly about putting signage up so that people know where they're going. So this is like training for UX designers, which is great. So my first inclination, like when I was playing this game kind of early on, would be probably just to connect each of these guys up to the central corridor, and that's it. But you've got to think about it because later on, these A entrances, all of them have little numbers: A4, A3, A5. All of the A entrances, you can send people to the entire group of them by putting an A on a sign instead of having to say A1, A2, A3. And so once they add B entrances over here someplace probably, or C entrances over here, I'm going to need to be able to tell those C people easily how to get to not just A1 and A2 and A3, because that would be maddening for me to keep up with it all. I need to be able to send them to one place that gives them access to all of the A locations, which means, okay, so I've got limited options right now. But what that means is I need to make sure that there's some kind of large plaza that connects to all of these things so that I can just send everyone to one place and it ends up being the right place. So what I think I'm going to do is build multiple corridors here, side by side, like this, to make kind of a little plaza. And then I'm going to make a staircase here, 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 here. So it looks like my downstairs ones are all to one side here. So maybe it's all right if I just... Interesting that I can't put it in the middle of that corridor. Okay, so we'll put this off to the side so anybody who's coming up these stairs can easily see the top of these stairs. So if somebody comes up here, we want them to easily be able to tell they can go right back down again. So that goes downstairs, and then we'll add another corridor here. We'll add a corridor, rotate it around, add one right here, and then we'll add one kind of awkwardly, nope, not like that, right there. Slide it over like that. Okay, and then to connect these upper places, let's also add some corridors. That one, and this one. They give you tons of resources up front, which is great. It gives you enough to really put something together. So, okay. So we've got all this stuff ready to go, but what we're missing is signs. So first off, we got to label this sign at the top of the stairs. So we've got, looks like it's really hard to read these signs down at the bottom. I think this is A5 right here. and this one is A4. Okay, so A4 and 5 are the ones that are down below. So we're going to put on this sign, this staircase leads to A4 and A5. So now if somebody sees the top of this staircase, knows that that's where they can go. And similarly, at the bottom of the staircase is a sign that says this goes to P. P is the platform over here. This goes to P, but it also goes to the upper A gates. I'm just calling them gates because the airport terminology feels appropriate. Okay, so if somebody comes up these stairs, they know how to get to A4 and A5. And similarly, if somebody comes out of A4 and A5, they know that these stairs lead up. However, people coming down the stairs don't know which way to go for A4 and A5, so we'll need to place a freestanding sign right here that says over that way is A5, and over this way is A4. So somebody coming down here can see that. Oh, but people coming out of the gates will also want to know that this staircase over here is how they get to P and to A1, 2, 3. So, okay, I think that's enough signage for this side, but now we've got to worry about this side up here. So people coming out of here are going to be pretty lost. So, what we need is... Oh, actually, you know what? I felt like I was being clever by having this be shaped this way, but this is actually not helpful at all. So let me just add another chunk of... No, that's not corridor. Let's add another chunk of corridor just to round this out. Actually, where do I kind of want this... Eventually, I want to turn this into where an elevator goes. But let's not worry about it right now. Let's not get it all the way there right now. Let's just give it enough that we can actually see across the way here. Okay, so somebody coming out from A2, they should see the sign for the platform. So they're not going to have any trouble. But somebody who's coming off the platform is going to want to know how to get to A2. So let's put a sign. I think a sign in the middle will be enough. Let's put a sign here that says this way for, wait, this was A2, this way for A2, this way for A1. Oh, we never connected up A3. Well, let's say A3 is definitely going to be this way. But then we need to hook it up. So let's rotate this guy like that. Connect it. Add another one. I love the way these things just sort of come together. I think that's where we want that, and we'll make that line up, and then stretch it out like that. Sure, that's fine. Or another option, I guess, would be to narrow this. Oh gosh, nope. Nah. Okay. Nope, we're not doing that. Let's do that. That's just fine. Okay, so I think this will work well enough. Yeah, I think that's gonna work well enough. So I don't know if this sign is actually gonna get people there. But, well, let's try it out. Alright. So, first, we gotta unpause, speed up time, and let this stuff actually get built. So you can see these little timers decreasing. Only corridor segments that are connected to existing architecture can actually get built. Oh, so Not Jim Artis asked, what's my Mixer name? I think it's just the same as here. It's Orangutan. So if you want to follow me on Mixer, go right ahead. So Ivuki says, so this game, from what you've described so far, is how I play Minecraft. That's interesting, just sort of thinking about, do you build a lot of train tracks? Is that what you're talking about? Like having to think about the flow of people from one place to another? Oh hey, Sengatsu, thanks for joining the stream. Okay, once this one is filled up, or emptied, I guess. Okay, so we've got everything we need, so it's time to unpause. So all of these things are set to pause right now. So we're going to unpause them and actually get some people coming out of them. Okay, you see there's two kinds of people here. We've got students, and you can see this is what you see, this yellow, this is what the student can see. And so he's trying to find the the platform. So he's looking for the platform, and so he can see the platform sign, and so he's able to go down the stairs. And he found the platform. Yay! This is a commuter. So you can see the different kinds of people have different stats. Students are very fast. They're small. I'm not sure why that matters. They've got a long vision range, not a lot of patience. And so each of these characters is slightly different. I think some of them, have really good vision range, some of them don't. So you're trying to make a system that works well for the lowest common denominator character so that everybody can manage it. And so sometimes you're going to have people, get messed up by a system that other people can handle just fine. And so it's kind of nice. It's sort of like these people aren't just a bunch of identical automatons. Like each of them has their own strengths and weaknesses, and you've got to try to build a system that's good for all of them. So far, it seems like everybody's finding their way. Like if I want to pause again and click somebody like this person, oh, they're going down. But okay, let's actually grab somebody on the platform when they come off the train and see how they navigate. Okay, so this commuter is trying to find A3. So let's see what they do. So they come up the stairs. They can see this sign. Can they? Yes. So they turn around and they can start going that direction because they were told to, and then they can see this sign. So they made it out. So that sort of works. I'm not super happy with it, though. It's not extremely elegant here. I wonder if maybe I'd be happier if I had multiple signs, because somebody with a short vision range or maybe with short patience might not get all the way down this hallway before they, give up and stop believing it's real. So each of these things is expensive, but for instance, I could shore up that patience question by putting a sign midway down that reassures people that, yeah, A3 is that way, and everything else in the world is that way. And then similarly, so you can't actually move a sign that exists. You can demolish one. Actually, maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, so so the advantage of that sign placement was that anybody who came up these stairs would definitely see it because it would be right in front of them. But I think the people who are coming up the stairs actually see things that are immediately right here too. And so I think what I'm going to do is just make sure that these things are really well, that they're pointed in definitely the right direction. So let's say A3 is definitely that way. Let's say that A2 is that way. Let's say that that was A1 over there, right? Is that way. And then let's put another sign up here that is just really, really clear. Because at some point we're going to start getting people you're going to start getting new kinds of passengers, like elderly passengers, for instance, which tend to have very short vision ranges. And they will get frustrated in situations where nobody else will. So P is this way. All the A's except one are this way. And then A1 is down that way. I think that might work a little bit better. I wasn't having problems yet, so I'm probably just steadying the arc here and just correcting something that doesn't need to be corrected. But I'm more confident that will keep working even as I get less competent passengers coming through. Okay, so Ivuki says that in Minecraft they like to build farms that collect millions and millions of items, so they have to like handle a lot of logistics and using redstone to move things around. So yeah, this does seem like it sort of it uses those same kinds of planning skills. It's actually kind of similar to what I imagine Factorio and other like sort of automation games would be like. I haven't really played a lot of those, but it is a really similar kind of you know thought process. Only instead of having to deal with sort of mechanical things that work the same way every single time, you're dealing with people. And each of these people is going to have their own weird frustrations and their own weird problems. So you have to try to account for a bunch of different variable actors in this machine instead of a bunch of things that work the same way every time, and then you have to just plan it out really meticulously. You can't plan meticulously here. You have to just be putting up safety nets to catch everybody. Oh yeah, but Ivuki says that you do have to like sort of when you're constructing these things in Minecraft, you do have to gather things into a hub and then redistribute them. And yeah, that's basically the way I'm thinking about this. Because even though I could have constructed this any of a number of different ways and handled it just fine, my main goal now that I've played through one of these sequences is to try to make future me have an easier time. So okay, so I'm being evaluated. So now passengers are going to need drinks from now on, and I can make drink machines. And platform 2 is going to start generating more people. So, cool, let's begin a new day. All right, so let's pause real quick. So here at the top of the screen, you can see this is how much cash I've got, and this is sort of the income of my station. So they're really forgiving, especially up front. At like how with these numbers, they don't really start squeezing you at all, which is great. I think later on, as you get into more advanced levels and stuff, they start to squeeze you. But for right now, I just get to kind of noodle around and have fun with this. So now I've got a new item here, which is a vending machine. So you can think about vending machines a couple of different ways, or these like amenities that people need. You could, what I start doing, at least early on in the game, is just putting them in the path, so everyone will see them. Like like I can put them in any of these corners, stuff. I can just put them like right here. Let's say anybody who comes into this space is probably going to notice this vending machine. And so that might be all I need. Anybody right now who's passing through the station going from one point to another point is going to see that. In fact, the only people who won't is people who are going from A5 to A4. And so just to be safe, I'll put one on their route too. And that's it. That should be pretty straightforward. But later on in the game, when I start getting more complex paths and a lot more different routes, that might not be enough. And so they've also added the ability for me to say, put on the signs, hey, here's where drinks are. And so right now I don't really need to use that, but eventually I totally will. All right, so let's unpause. We're going to start building these drink machines, and now people are sometimes going to show up with a drink need. This person doesn't have it. It's full of gray. But eventually, there are going to be some people who come in thirsty, and they're going to have a drink need that it'll start filling up until they find a drink. And if it fills up and they haven't found a drink yet, they're going to get really unhappy. And so I need to make sure there are drinks along the route for everybody who comes into the station. Yeah, so Ivuki says, you'll have to put on a toilet too. Yes, toilets are, I think, they might be the next thing I unlock. I'm not sure. But let's see how this day goes. So far, what will start happening if things start getting bad is characters will start popping up little thought bubbles of their heads saying, I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad. And then you can go find the people with the thought bubbles and investigate them and find out why they're mad. And you end up, finding like for instance, there was one point where I was building, I had A gates over here and I had B gates over here. And I built a tunnel from the B gates straight to the A gates. But and on that tunnel, I needed to put a staircase, and I forgot that I had elderly characters who could not use staircases, and so I ended up with just a whole bunch of elderly people walking back and forth in that corridor, getting really, really frustrated, and I couldn't figure out why until I realized, of course, these are all elderly characters, and they were all trying to get to the B gates, or get to the A gates from the B gates, and they couldn't because the stairs were in the way, and so I was able to look at each of them and figure out that was what was going on. And by looking at the individuals, I figured out what was wrong with the system, which is, it's a really kind of a cool way for it to handle. There's a lot of games that at least try to sort of simulate these individual people and have you look at their individual needs to solve larger problems. Like, I think some of the SimCity or games in that genre have done that. And there's a lot of games that do it, but this is the first game I've played where I really felt like I could just drill into one person and figure out what was wrong with my entire setup. In a way that, like, a lot of the games that have that kind of feature are complex enough that looking at one person is usually just not enough to figure out what's going on. But this game is actually, it's complex enough that I need that, but it's not so complex that becomes not enough information. It's really well balanced so that looking at the individual characters and what they're doing is enough to solve my problems a lot of the time. So Sangatsu says this feels like a more complicated mini Metro, which is like, yeah, at the beginning of the video I said the same thing, that this scratches the same itch in my head as mini Metro does, was just connecting a bunch of things, watching things flow from one place to another, building a machine and watching it work is a really sort of amusing and satisfying way to spend your time, and this game definitely does it. And I feel like I've got a lot more sort of arbitrary freedom to build complicated things and then still have it work, compared to a game like Mini Metro, which is it simplifies it on purpose. You can play it on mobile and you don't have to devote your 100% attention to it. I often listen to podcasts or watch TV shows while I'm playing Mini Metro. This game, I would have a harder time focusing on something else, at least while I'm doing the creative work of assembling these routes. I definitely want to play this at least long enough to start seeing other gates start to show up so you can see how complicated it starts to get. I also would love to get to the point where I've unlocked escalators and elevators, because that also really complicates how you do your setups. So, okay, it looks like the day is starting to end. You'll notice there's a pattern to the flow of people. There are, like, commuting times where there's a lot of traffic, and then it calms down in the middle of the day and at the beginning and the end of the day. And it's during those, like, high commuting times where you can really start noticing, aggregated problems. All right, so looks like we did pretty well. Got an A+. All right, so now I've got a greater variety of staircases I can get. I can make narrower hallways, and I've got escalators. They're also going to be adding B gates. And one of my A gates just got more populous. So let's definitely pause immediately. Okay, so now we've got B gates. So now we've got a problem. Most people who come into this station are going to want to either get from the A gates to the train, from the B gates to the train, or from the train to either the A or the B gates. That's most of them. But some people are going to want to go straight from the B gates to the A gates. And so I could, so the basic way to handle that is just send everybody through the platform. Send the B gates to the platform, A gates to the platform, and if someone wants to go straight from B to A, have them go through the platform to get there. That's the simplest solution. The more complicated solution is to actually have there be a direct route between them. So I think I'm actually going to try the latter. I've deliberately set this up so that I could connect another route. So maybe I'll do that. But another thing that I can do is, well, actually, let's worry about escalators later. Let's figure out how we want to arrange these B gates. So we've got, again, an upper story and a lower story, the same way I had with the A gates. And so I could set up a similar thing. Oh, one thing, you'll notice that there is a staircase coming down to the platform, and I don't have a direct route from these downstairs ones to the platform. That's because I cannot cross these train lines. You have to go up and over the train lines. So similarly with the B gates, these downstairs B gates, I'm not going to be able to connect them directly to the platform. I have to send them upstairs first. But one thing that might be possible is it might be interesting to try to connect the A gates to the B gates on the lower story. Let's see, would that be a good idea? Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know. Let's figure out where we want to put our plaza here for the B gates. Make sure that I can just easily send people from the other gates directly to the B gates. All right, so let's. This is kind of complicated. I'm not actually dead certain that people can come right out of this gate and arrive here. Nope, I don't. No, I don't want to lock in like that. No. No, don't make me do that. Okay, what I need to do is make another one like this, stretch it out like that, and then this one stretches out like that, maybe? I don't know. I'm just trying to make a big fat hallway. Nope, that does not like me doing that. Oh wait, yeah, okay, here we go. Just needed to line it up perfectly. All right. Nope. Nope. Stop it. Whatever. All right. And then another one of these. There. Sure. And then finally. So you can't build outside of what. That's not what I was trying to do. Whatever. You can't build outside of this grid. Okay, so now I've got this big open plaza. It's really easy to see everything. So anybody who enters this plaza should, if they've got a long enough sight line, they should be able to see all of the signs of all of these exits and not have any trouble getting to them. And then the question just becomes, where do we put the staircase or the escalator to get down to these guys? And that's a question I maybe should have asked myself before I started building all of this. So it would be, yeah, that's kind of a weird problem. Okay, hold on. One question is, can I just place a staircase right in the middle of one of these hallways? It looks like I actually can. Wait a minute, how do I... So it wants to align it with the edge of something. I forgot how I rotate things. There's definitely a way to rotate this, isn't there? Oh yeah, of course. I can just place it and then rotate it. Like that. That's right. Okay, so I could... Yeah, that could actually kind of work, but okay, so I'm nervous about making... Okay, let's make that go away. Wait, I don't want to be bulldozing everything. How do I... Okay, let's just do that. Okay, so we're definitely going to build these, and then let's build this downstairs. And we'll build it just the same way we built the upstairs. Nope, not what I meant to do. Nope, don't do that. Stop it. Okay, let's just do that. All right, let's put this in place right here. Okay, so we've got this downstairs plaza as well, and so then let's build our stairs up from here. So they pop up in the middle of the floor upstairs, and then similarly, let's build some stairs on this side. Oh, so they're going to pop up in a weird place. That's okay? No, that's not okay. That's a little bit better, but not really that great. Okay, so let's just not do this. Let's... Wait a minute. I really just want that not to be there. Okay, cool. So let's build that second staircase out a little bit further. So let's put some more corridor here. Let's just build it out a little bit further. And then when I put the stairs on it, they don't interfere with anything. Oh, ow, actually, I could put it there. No, wait. Oh, wait, another option, because I just don't want people to have to go all the way over here to find the stairs, right? I want them to be able to find stairs close, especially if I end up building another tunnel all the way out here. I want people to be able to find the stairs fairly quickly. Maybe what I want to do is build stairs there. And then up here, we extend this out like that, and like this. So we got people coming out of some stairs over there. That'll kind of work. Okay, so we've got this whole elaborate plan here, but none of this is getting anyone to a platform. So we've got to get people over to the platform. You know what? We've already got this lovely route here. So let's just extend that. So a big fat corridor going up this way. And then let's see. Okay, so we've just unlocked escalators. So escalators can only take a few people at a time, but they can support more people. Elderly people can use the escalator without problem. So while we're building this, let's do some escalators as well. Let's just line them right up and have this one, actually let's have this one go down, and then let's grab this, move it up. Nope, nope, don't stop doing that. No. Could you just line up like a normal person, please? Oh, what are you doing? Just stop it. Okay, you know what I'm doing? Doing this. There we go. We're just gonna narrow right down to it. That's fine. I guess what I could have done is build this first and then build everything out from it, but whatever. Okay, so these guys can get to the platform. The thing I don't have yet is a direct connection between these two. And so I'd like to do that. The question is, what's the right way to? What I want is to have some kind of exit here that says this is the way to all of the A gates. And similarly, I want to exit here that says this is the way to all of the B gates, and have it be very, very simple. So maybe what I want is to come off the bottom here. Sengatsu says, I wish that the subway in my city was as user-friendly as yours, Jeffrey. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's do this, and then, oh, actually, let's go upstairs. So I don't think most people are actually going to want to do this. And so I think it can be a fairly narrow corridor and be all right. So let's actually, let's set up the full range of options here. Oh, rotate that around. Okay, actually, I think it does have to be... Nope. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. So now there's this hallway that leads up to this escalator and connects these two to each other. And so now I've just got to get the signage right. So, first, starting at the platform, the bottom of the stairs and the escalators will say, this is how you get to B. This will say B. Very simple. Upstairs, the sign at the top of these says, this is how you get to P. This is how you get to P. Great. Now, these stairs going down, these say, this is how you get to A. And this is how you get to, what are the two? Okay, so B3, B1, and B2. Okay, so this is B4 and B5 are also downstairs. Similarly, these stairs here, we'll say this is how you get to B4 and B5, and this is how you get to A. Oh, here's a problem. I don't have a way for elderly people to get down these stairs or up. That could end up being a problem. So of course, I don't know if I'm getting elderly people yet. I might get them later when I have elevators. And these two platforms are actually really well positioned to have elevators. So I think I'm going to ignore the escalators for now because I don't think I'm actually going to have elderly passengers. Okay, so if I come out of any of these B doors, I really want to know how to get to the platform. So let's do a nice series of signs. We'll do a sign here that says, okay, this way to, this is B3 and B1. Okay, so B1 and B3. This way to the platform. And you know what? I wonder if I want a different staircase for people who are coming this way to see. Because I realize this staircase is actually really hard for them to see. So maybe what I want is to have an extension of this corridor and a staircase leading down. Okay, maybe I don't want it down. I'm having trouble making this line up right. I guess that's good enough. Okay, let's go back down and line this up properly. Line it up proper. Oh, nope. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There, that's what I wanted. There we go. That's beautiful. All right. So, these stairs say they go to A. They don't really say B4 and B5. Because it'd be really inconvenient to get to B4 and B5 with these ones. So this is actually going to be our main route to getting to A. These others do it too, but this is our main way to get there. Okay, so if somebody comes out here, they will see this sign that says this is the way to P, this is the way to A. Actually, they'll be able to see the A sign right there. If they come down this way, they'll be able to see turn right for B1 and B3, which is right. They'll see the route down to B4 and B5, which is correct. I think we're good here. Okay, so here, this needs to say this is going up to B1, 2, and 3. I might need to put a sign reassuring people that they're going the right way. Right here. It says this is... Okay, so this right here is the way to A. This is the way to B. And really, nobody should be down here if they're trying to get to P. This is not the way to P. This staircase. Wait, am I on this? Oh, we need to finish that one first. Okay, so we're on this staircase, and it says this is the way up to the B's? I mean, it kind of is. Mostly to P, though. Similarly, this one, it's the upper B's. Kind of P. But I kind of... Now, if you're downstairs, you really should be taking this one to P. So let's put a sign in front of this that says that you want to go left if you're going upstairs, but to one of the other B gates, but if you want to go to P, head to the right. And similarly, let's put a sign in front of people here that says if you want to go to B, let's see here, if you want to go to B4 or the upper B's, sure, you can go that way. But if you want to go to P or A, you want to turn left. And then upstairs, somebody coming out of here. Yeah, we should put a sign right here. So people coming out can say, okay, if you want to go to B3, fine, I guess that's okay. And actually, if you're trying to get to B4 and B5, that's probably the cheapest way to go. But if you're trying to go all the other places, you want to go to P or A, go left. In fact, go left and slightly like that. I think that these people, when they come out, they're going to turn right and they're going to see this sign as well. So that's going to be fine. I think we might have... Oh, no, the thing we're missing is the tops of over here. So let's... Okay, so if you want to go to B, this is the route to B. It's the only thing it's the route to. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I need to flip around this one. I think... I can't tell which direction these are going. I'll have to figure it out later. But... Oh, wait. Yeah, so wait. No, don't. Let's flip that one around. This is the one that we want to be going up on. So, okay, so if you go to A, if you want to go to A, it's here. If you want to go to A, it's here. I think that's everything. So let's see. Somebody who's an A who wants to get to B, they will come out. They will come out here. So basically, everything that's telling them to go to P, or that's telling them to come to the plaza to get to P, should also tell them this is the way to B. Similarly, down here, if it's saying go to the plaza for P, it also is saying B. This should be saying B. So if somebody comes out of one of these and wants to go to B, they know to go up these stairs, and then they'll see this entrance. Similarly, these folks, they'll come out here, they'll see that B, and they'll know to go here. These guys will come out, and this one is going to say B. These folks will come out, and this one will say B. And then they'll see this staircase. And I think I've already got A covered with these folks. I think we're actually good to hit on pause. Alright, so because I haven't turned on these entrances, nothing new is happening with B yet. We have to wait till everything is constructed. Once everything is constructed, we'll turn on the B gates and we'll see how this thing plays out. So we're only getting the same A traffic we were getting before. You notice my income is way lower because I've built all this stuff. Oh wait, I forgot about something I needed to build. Drink machines. So anybody who comes through this plaza should see that drink machine. People who are downstairs will see this drink machine. That might be enough. Just to be careful, I think I'm going to put one more just outside the platform here. And I think we're good. Okay, anyway. So you'll notice, like, the ones that get built first are the ones that are connected to existing architecture. And as this stuff is building, yeah, you can see it sort of like spreading out slowly, like a fungus. Ivuki says, in my personal experience, there's never enough drinking machines in the subway. Yeah, so Ivuki is asking, is this user-friendly? I'm not quite sure yet. There's definitely places where I'm manipulating the walkways and stuff, and it's frustrating because, like, some of the snap to grid stuff is really useful when that's when you want it to do, but when it's not what you want it to do, it can be really frustrating. But it's really hard to anticipate what a player is really going to want from a system like this. Okay, so this downstairs corridor is the last bit left. Let's get it done. Okay, so now we can unpause all of the B gates and see if people can find their way through. We're halfway through the day, so we're going to get one more commute. Okay, so it looks like everybody's making their way through just fine. And we got some people showing up in B who want to go to A. So this person wanted to go straight from B3 to A3. So they had a special route to take. They didn't have to go through the platform, so that's kind of nice. And I don't have elderly folks yet, so nobody's getting trapped trying to take that route. So one thing I could do is add some escalators here. Flip them around. And then say, you know, the top sign says this is down to P. And the bottom sign, where's the bottom sign? There it is. Says this is up to A. And we're good. So now, once these are all built, this area is going to be just as elderly accessible as this area. I'm not going to have a great time getting it up here, though. So I think, yeah, while I'm at it, let's add some here. And say, yeah, this is to A4 and A5. This is to P, the other A's, and B. And then I've got to extend the corridor. So that it connects to these little guys. You can actually boink like that. And similarly, add another one. Does the same thing. Oh, see, it's crossing a train track, so like, that can't exist. And there we go. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna build escalators here, so we're gonna be ready for when the elderly show up. And the only place now where we have not done that is here. It's the connections between the lower B gates and the upper. So I'm kind of on this kick. I might as well do that too. So let's make some of these. Wait, flip that one. And okay, this sign will say, just like the sign next to it, it's to P in the upper B's. And this one is going to say it goes down to what? A and the lower B's. So at least there's one way to go there. And I could probably make these work here too. I wonder if I can fit one here. Oh, looks like I barely can. Cool. Let's flip this one around. And then let's add a tiny, tiny, tiny corridor segment. Right here. And I mean, sure, let's just do it like that. And so this sign needs to say whatever the sign next to it says. Oh, the day just ended. Guess I left it going, huh? A+, so we're doing okay so far. Okay, so now I'm going to be getting tourists. Tourists need information. And so now I need to have information signs readily available so somebody can come in to the station for the first time, not knowing where they're headed, and get that information very quickly. So let's begin the new day. Let's pause it, finish this job. So this just needs to say we're going to the upper B's. And up here, this one needs to say we're going where? Down to A. Okay, so we'll finish that. And then, okay, so now we need to make sure there's information available for anybody who comes in. So that means we're going to need to have an information sign that's easy to find for everyone coming in through B gates. So let's put it right here next to this drink machine. I don't want to put it right next to the drink machine. That just feels weird. So let's put it right here for the lower B gates. Let's put one, yeah, up here for the upper B gates. Except somebody comes out of here might struggle. So let's also put one right here. Right in their path. The A gates are going to want one in here. And I think if I just put one right here, well, oh, let's put it here. Oh wait, no, I eventually want to put an elevator here. Let's not do that. So let's just say everybody who comes up can walk up to this sign right there. That'll probably work. Hey, I'm trying to move you. There you go. Put it right there. So I think everyone who comes up will be able to find that one. And I don't necessarily need to put one down here if I tell people that if you want information, go up the stairs. So I'm not putting one down here. Instead, I'm saying go up the stairs to get the information. And then once they go up the stairs, they'll immediately see this right in front of them. We also need people on the platform to be able to get information. So some tourists are going to be coming off the platform. So let's say put an information sign there. And maybe that's enough, actually. That might be enough information signs. So let's let our new escalators and our information signs come together. So Ivuki, I'm betting there probably are ways for me to turn off all this snapping, and I just don't know what they are. So I should point out that they've actually they've got a bunch of different like views that you can use. So you can actually like see, you know, who needs a drink and where are they getting them, and the things. Oh, somebody's down here who's in trouble. Who is this? So this tourist is lost. They're trying to find information. There's an info sign right in front of them. What's the problem? Hey, you. Yeah, it's right behind you, you idiot. Really? You're just gonna... Okay, now he can see it. He's headed towards it now, but he's already frustrated. I wonder if I just need more volume of signs. Okay, so he's mad now. So that's gonna affect my rating. So now he's headed to the stairs. Great. So I wonder if just for sheer volume, I should have more information signs down here. Like maybe I want to have one in front of that, and another one in front of that. So no matter where you are, you will definitely find an information sign on the platform. Oh, so Ivuki's wondering if people are going to be mad if they come out of one of these A gates and they need to go upstairs to find information and then they immediately have to backtrack to go to the other A gate. Honestly, that's a shorter trip than almost any other trip they could find. Okay, so these guys are mad. Okay, apparently they're not realizing that they can go get it, or they're getting frustrated because they had to look too long. So these guys are not getting it. They're not getting that you need to go upstairs to find the info. That's interesting. I assumed that they would just, if they're looking for info, they would immediately follow whatever this sign said. That's a surprise. Okay, well, apparently that doesn't work the way I thought it did. Well, let's put an info sign down here then. Unless... Okay, so maybe this info sign wasn't finished yet, because sometimes they'll detect that if you send a sign, that if you put a sign down that's a lie, sometimes they'll detect that it's a lie earlier than you expect, and it'll be hard for you to figure out exactly what the problem is, because the problem is further down their path than you realize. That's happened to me a couple of times. Like the moment someone enters a corridor that doesn't actually have access to the thing that they were told it would have access to, they'll bounce at the front of the corridor sometimes. You won't realize it's the end of the corridor where they were having a problem. Yeah, so Ivuki's like, they don't want to go upstairs to find the info. Well, fine. You know what? I don't even need to say that there's info upstairs anymore. Oh, I know why they were having a problem. I said the info was this direction, but I didn't say the stairs would take you to it. That was the problem. So like I said, they were bouncing when they saw the sign. They were bouncing over here. So I didn't realize the problem was over here. They were seeing the sign. It's like, oh, info this way. And then they were immediately detecting, no, there's not. There's no info over here. Because the stairs didn't say the info was upstairs. So I bet I could actually bulldoze that sign now. And they could still find the info when they come out. So let's see. Well, we're almost out of day, unfortunately. But let's come in here tomorrow and see what tourists do. See if they can actually find their way up the stairs now. So it's really easy to forget things like that, which is what makes this game interesting and challenging, is that you have to think of all of the mistakes that somebody could make while they're trying to navigate your system. All right, so, oh, they're adding sea gates now, but only 2, which means they're probably going to add more later that I don't know about. Passengers now need toilets, and I can construct them. So, cool. So now I've got sea gates. So let's pause. Oh, and the sea gates, no, the sea gates are below the level of the platform. So now I'm gonna need to tunnel up into the platform instead of coming down onto it. So let's start at the platform, make sure that we're doing a good job of this. Yeah, so let's say we're just going to go down like this. And then from here, let's make a plaza. Actually, I don't like the shape of that. Hold on. Let's build it in a couple of segments here. Yeah. And then build one more piece. Go like this. And then I can pull this in. You can't make them concave, but you can do something like that. All right, and then let's build this. I don't know if it actually matters what direction you say that the corridor is facing. Like, I think they work the same way if they're rotated sideways and they're really shallow versus being long and thin. But, okay, so I think when somebody comes out here, they'll immediately be able to see the C2 and C1 signs. I'm not dead certain about that, so just to be sure, I'm going to put a sign right in front of here that says this way is the platform. This way is C2, and this way is C1. Okay, so that's the shape of that, but there's a few more things we want to do. We should have escalators, first off. So let's set those up. Oh, why does that not want to be there? Oh, so the stairs could get by the train track, but the escalator's just slightly larger, and it won't do it. Interesting. Okay, so I can't just link it up that way. I have to separate it a little bit. Oh, I'm sure that will be fine. So let's set these up like this, and then this one, let's have it be the up escalator, like that, and then let's build a little narrow hallway that connects them up. Okay, let's make 2 hallways. Oh, actually, no. Can I just do this and then that? That feels strange. Let's not do that. Let's grab another little piece here. I like that they kind of let me sort of piecemeal these things together. I'm sure that will work just fine. Okay, so let's make sure this sign says this goes up to P. Let's make sure that this sign says it goes up to P. And then this goes down to C. and this goes down to C. So this will get people from C to P and back again. But what happens if C people want to go to A or B? How do we handle that? So normally it would be possible to just say go through P. In fact, you know what? Let's do it that way this time so we can sort of see the difference. So, okay, so P, these P things also go to A and B. P goes to A and B. And then once you come up here, let's put a sign up here that just makes sure everybody can tell exactly what they need to do. So they're already on P if they come up here, but they might need to know that if they're trying to go to A and B, they need to go left. And then they'll find the stairs. They'll find everything else if they go that direction. Oh, other things we need include an info thingy. Let's just put it right in the middle, right here. Boink. And then let's get them a drink machine. Right there in the corner. And I think we're mostly good here. Let's put that info thing back up there. And now I think okay, so this tells them that if they want to get to A or B, they have to go up here to the platform, and then they'll follow it down, and they'll take either these stairs or these stairs. But we also need to tell the A and B people how to get to C. So basically anywhere that we're telling them this way to P, we also need to tell them this is the way to C. So C, C, and then back it up. This says P, so it also needs to say C. What else? This one says P, also needs, why does it, oh yeah, it says A, that's true. Okay, where else does it say P? This says P, should also say C. 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 Okay, so now people who arrive in B know that they need to go down this way to get to C. And then when they land at the bottom, let's put a sign that tells them which way to go. Let's put a sign right here. It says, yeah, if you want to go to C, it's over that way. And, I mean, I don't know, I guess if somebody went this far and really wanted to go to A, might as well tell them that's where A is. I don't think we have any passengers like that who would have gone that way for A, but whatever. And then similarly, tell these folks, if you want to get to C, you take the route to P. What else is a route to P? This is a route to P. It also takes you to C. This one takes you to C. If you're downstairs, this takes you to C. So does this. So does this. So I think people coming down here, they know to go up these stairs to go to C. Once they're in here, they know to go down these stairs to go to C. These folks are being directed to C. These folks are being directed to C. I think we've got everybody. Okay. Here we go. So slowly this stuff is going to get constructed, and then, oh wait, bathrooms. Bathrooms. Forgot about bathrooms. All right, so bathrooms are big. That's the thing you got to learn about bathrooms, is that they're big. Got to figure out where to stick them. Yeah, you know what? I've kind of filled up every available space here. You can mold the bathrooms a little bit, which is kind of interesting, but they have to be about as fat as they are. So I'm going to put an elevator there eventually. So I think this is probably the best place. So I'm going to stick the bathroom there. Then you decide which side the door is on, in case you're putting it on a corner. Put the door right there. So anyone who comes in here should be able to find the bathroom. But if you're down here and you want to know where the bathroom is, we got to tell you, bathroom's upstairs. Bathroom's upstairs. Bathroom's upstairs. All right. Yeah, so hopefully anybody coming in will find that. But, yeah, anybody coming out here will see the bathroom. Anyone coming out here, not sure they're going to see the bathroom. Maybe I should point out that the bathroom is that way. And then people who come out of here will be able to see that there's a bathroom sign. So that seems okay. Yeah. So we're going to put a bathroom everywhere. Well, you know, everybody comes to the platforms and be leaving the platform. So I think we don't need to put bathroom information there. Okay, so let's put some bathrooms right here. And we can put a door here and a door here. Let's just not even worry about how that works. Okay, so anybody who comes in up here is going to be able to tell bathroom is over here. So I think it's the downstairs people we have to inform about how this works. So let's just say if you go up these stairs, totally a bathroom. If you go this way, it's a bathroom there. Though actually, this isn't the best way to get to the bathroom. This is the best way to get to the bathroom. So let's tell everybody, if you want a bathroom, go up those stairs. And you'll pop out here and be like, wait, where is it? It's behind me. Well, that's a problem. So let's put another sign up here that just reassures people that, first off, yes, we promise, P and C are this way. But what you might not know is the toilet's that way. So there you go. And then, okay, so we've got toilets on A, toilets on B. I mean, we could put a toilet downstairs if we really want to, but I think that should be unnecessary. People should get them before they get in that tunnel. And then we need to put a bathroom here. Well, let's put it in this nice convenient spot right there, right? That seems right. And I think we don't need to put much signage around because everybody can see this is what's here. So, okay. Okay, so now we're done. Now we're ready to go. People are starting to come in. The bathrooms have not been built yet, so anybody who wants a bathroom, they're going to have to wait about 4 hours, which is fine. All right. So far, we're getting tourists. Yeah, look, tourists. Oh, wait, this guy. Okay, so I think not all tourists are confused. I definitely want to find a confused tourist coming up. Are you confused? Nope, you know you're going to P2 already. Come on, let's get a confused tourist down here to make sure that our stuff's working. Okay, he doesn't know where he's going. Let's see what he does. Goes upstairs. Finds the info. Okay, so it worked. That's good. Our bathrooms are almost done. Hopefully no one gets too mad that they can't go. Okay, good. So we got toilet people already making it to the bathroom. So I think people who needed to go to the bathroom were gathering in the place where the signs said toilets would be. And, oh, wait. I forgot to turn on these. Well, I didn't forget. I think they were still being built. But now that they're built, we can actually have people start coming through the sea gates. Okay, I think everything's working okay. I don't see anyone getting mad. It's kind of going kind of smoothly. Now, I had a lot of disasters when I was playing through my tutorial map, but I learned from those disasters, and so I'm doing a little bit better this time around, which unfortunately means that there's less drama to watch. It's just like, this buzzing station with like just lots of people moving in and out of it. So see, we're sort of okay. Looks like we're getting close to rush hour. See if anything changes. See if something about my capacity is problematic. So this right here tells you how soon the trains are going to come. Oh, Ivuki points out that nobody who's coming in on the train knows that there's a toilet in C, which might be the nearest one. That's true, but if they all are going to arrive with a destination, and so they're either going to want to go to C or B or A, and all of them have a toilet fairly close. And so, and like each of these characters who wants to use a toilet has got like a little timer that's saying how long they'll wait to go to the toilet. So if they arrive on the station from a train and they immediately start heading towards their exit, they are going to see a toilet along the way. So I think I'm not that worried about them. If it was going to be a longer walk to get to where each of the toilets is, then I could put a toilet just right here on the platform if I wanted to. So anybody who arrives could just immediately use the toilet. So I think I've been playing this for a while, but I'm still interested. I don't know if you guys still are. All right, A+. Great. Okay. So this is where it gets really ridiculous. So they're adding another platform that I have to route all of my existing gates to. Plus, they're adding three more gates to C. Elderly people are now showing up, but I've been preemptively putting escalators in everywhere for elderly people. I can do elevators now, which I might want to do. And now I can do plazas. I've been doing plazas out of corridors anyway. These are just different shapes that I can use, so great. But I think I've already kind of been handling that. And ticket machines. So people who come off one platform and want to go to the other platform have to get a ticket first. So I have to make sure that the people who are specifically on the route between the platforms can get tickets. So we'll begin the new day and see what's going on. Okay, so now we've got C gates and the Q platform down below. Oh, and it's deep down below. It's a couple of layers down. Okay, so first things first. Let's solve our C gate situation. So it feels like maybe I don't need to aggregate these C gates down below before sending them upstairs. I could give them each their own staircase leading up and just make sure there's a sign telling you where to go for each one of them. That might actually be the simplest answer for these guys. I mean, I can't connect them directly to the platform because they're on the same level and they couldn't get past the train. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to... Oh, wait. I'll need to widen this if I'm going to be able to do escalators as well. Oh, yeah. Escalators as well and elevators eventually, because eventually you're going to get people in wheelchairs who need to use elevators. And so I need to have room for elevators. So actually doing stairs up from each of these is actually not going to be a good idea. So what I need instead... Okay, what I think I'm going to do instead is a staircase that pops up from the middle of here. Right like there. And then this gets... actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's do a proper plaza. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but whatever. And this will actually be a good place for me to bring elevators down to eventually, too. So... Though exactly where, I'm not dead certain, but whatever. Okay, so let's... Oh, actually... Okay, yeah, so let's stick some escalators here too. And stretch that out a little bit. Another escalator here. And then shrink this back down. Though actually that might be a good spot for it, because not only will we want to connect it up nicely to this one, but we'll also want to be able to attach one over here. Nope, not there. Here. To connect up with this guy. Yeah, sure. Whatever, that works. Alright, so they're connected up. Actually, I could probably... Why not, right? And then let's connect this guy. Like this. Connect it like that. Maybe stretch this out like this. That's really big. Fine, whatever, I don't care. Okay, so these stairs are going to say, go up here if you want to get to either platform, or A or B, or C1 or C2. If you want to get anywhere, go up here. Oh, also if you want toilets, do that too. I can probably set up a drink machine down here. This is really big. This feels inappropriately big. There's got to be a better way for me to do this than I'm doing it. I know. What we should do is... connect this up like this. And then just not have any of this nonsense. There. That's much more efficient with space. And I've still got room to sort of expand to include things like elevators and stuff like that. So... well, in fact, let's do an elevator. Let's just make sure we can do an elevator. So I think what we're going to want is to extend the plaza just a little bit. Nope, not rotating it. Not what I want to do. Nope, not moving it. This. Let's extend it just a little bit. And then let's stick an elevator on it. And then shrink it back down to the elevator. And then we go downstairs. And I don't know why you're on a diagonal like that, but whatever. Let's just... okay, this is going weird. There we go. So that's what we want here. Okay, so we already said if you want to get up to all that stuff, you can do that here. And let's just make sure we're saying the same thing. There. Toilets too. Oh, and we need to say all that stuff with this escalator as well. So toilets, both platforms, A and B, upper C's. Those are all there. And similarly, we gotta do the downs. This just goes to the lower C's. Similarly, lower C's. And similarly, lower C's. Okay. So I think most people can find that. Oh, you know what? Just to be pretty, let's... I should have done this already, but... let's just make that look a little bit nicer. Okay, so I think I've got all the signs I need around here. The problem is I'm lying right now. I'm saying that this stuff will lead to the Q platform, and it totally will not. So we need to make sure we can get to the Q platform. So I think the first thing I want to do is send people who go to the P platform, because we've already got really great routes from B and A getting down to P, and P is just really close to Q. So I think if we just make a way from P down to Q, like just directly from P down to Q, we can just route everybody who already is going that way down the same way. Okay, so to do that, let's see, what's the best way to do that? Let's kill that, get it out of the way. Let's build a staircase, kind of analogous to that staircase. Let's staircase going this way. And then let's make sure we can do the similar thing with the escalators this time. Yes, escalators. Let's flip this one around. Okay, so we can go downstairs with this. And then, oh, let's also, while we're at it, let's get an elevator going down there too. Let's just do everything. Well, okay. What's the best place to stick an elevator on a platform like this? Probably want an elevator here that's going down to C, but that's... Let's see what an elevator looks like. I guess that's not too bad. Yeah, let's just stick them all next to each other. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Alright, so now, notice you can take an elevator, you can flip around the bottom of the elevator. Okay, so now we're halfway there. Let's make a corridor. Okay, so we got a corridor here, and then what we need is for that corridor to end us up downstairs. So let's build a staircase that leads up roughly to where we're going to be. Like that. Let's add the escalators. No, not down. Let's add the escalators. And then an elevator too. Okay, so yeah, I can make it line up this way. I'm not a fan of how that looks though. I mean, people can get around it, but I don't know, maybe what I want to do. Well, okay, let's see what we can do with these platforms first. So let's line that up. I'm not sure I'm going to be happy with how this works. Hold on a second. Let's kill that. Let's see what happens if I... Okay, yeah, this is what I'm going to want. Let's line that up as best I can. Then bring this person in here. Turn it kind of whatever. Let's just drag all the corners into place. There we go. Okay, then we want to pull that out, and maybe pull this corner in a little bit. Nope, not that much. Okay, so now we've got that. It feels like the best place to put an elevator is actually right next to the other elevator. Or maybe like there. Yeah, let's do that. And then go downstairs. Elevator empties out that way, right? Yeah. It's kind of in an awkward position here. but it'll work. So let's just say that's the plan. Okay, so these all need to advertise. I go up to P and A and B and C. Wait, I don't go C. Let's do C separately. But I go up to P and A and B. P, A, and B. P, A, and B. And then go upstairs. Those ones that I just edited, they go down to Q, Q, Q. But these ones go up to P, A, and B, P, A, and B, P, A, and B. Upstairs. These all go down to Q, Q, Q. And now I can tell all of the A and B ones, everything in A and B that says it goes to P. Oh, let's finish that. It all goes to Q as well. So everything that says P on it also says Q on it now. Oh, whoa. I never said that this goes to B. Ah, so easy to forget these things. All right, so this says P, should also say Q. This says P, should say Q. This says P, should say Q. You see how complicated this gets after a while, right? It seemed like a really simple game at first, but now everything I'm doing, every time I add something, I have to edit everything else, which actually reminds me a lot of my job. In game development, similarly, you add one thing and you have to think about how it impacts every other thing you've already built. All right, so this goes to Q, this goes to Q, this goes to Q, this goes to Q. Okay, so I've got A and B going to Q just fine. I've got P going to Q just fine. The thing I don't have is C going to Q. But I feel like C can have its own route to Q. It's so close. So what I'm going to do is slap this guy on here. And then okay, I got this quarter connecting them. Alright, so when they arrive, the route to Q will be way over on their left, so I think I need a sign here that says, oh hey, did you mean to go to Q? If you meant to go to Q, it's totally over there. And similarly, if you're coming out of Q or out of P, and you wanted to go to C, C's down that way. So that'll work. And so we've already got a direct route down to C from P, but we didn't need to do that. I hadn't realized this little atrium right here was the perfect way to get people to go to C. So this is like I should not have done this. This is a waste. So that was, but wait a minute. No, I should have done this because I didn't know that they were adding Q when I created this before they added Q. So yeah, so we've got some redundancy here, but I actually shouldn't feel bad about it. So, okay, so now when somebody arrives here in C, this is really obvious. Okay, the thing that they need to definitely know about is the fact that this is the route to Q. I don't know if everyone is going to see that. Folks coming out of here probably will. I don't know if everyone else is going to. So, oh, which actually reminds me, people knowing things, I should probably have an info thing right there. Okay, so I think this sign I'll also want to update to say where the route to Q is. And now I think that gives everyone everything that they need to get to Q. So they'll follow this corridor, and I don't mind doing like a reassurance sign right here so people don't give up. So this leads to Q, this leads to C. I mean, I guess this leads to P as well, but it's not why we did this. If they're coming from here, they should have gone this way up to P and gotten there faster. So I don't know. It feels weird. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have redundant signs. I guess I could just say here and here. This connects to P and whatever. You can follow that route if you want to. And don't feel weird about it. So have I forgotten anything? So C connects to Q now. A and B connect to Q through P. These folks have an info sign. They don't have a drink machine. So let's put that right there. Did I put... Oh, yeah, there's a drink machine there. So Iruki says that this sounds like their hobby because they're a speedrunner. And so it's all about trying to go through and figure out the places where devs like me forgot something, left a hole open that somebody could exploit. Similarly, this is like me as a dev trying to solve that problem, trying to plug all of the possible holes. So the thing I actually forgot was the ticket booth. So let's put the ticket booth right here on the route between the two platforms. Let's also make sure we've got a drink machine here. And I think both, so this platform definitely has a lot of info signs on it. This platform does not have them yet, so let's make sure we've got those. Let's just put one right in the middle right here. I'm sure everyone will find it. But in case they don't, the only exit also has one nearby. Okay, so we got drink machines. Also, oh, if somebody needs a bathroom when they're going between the two stations, they should definitely have a bathroom. And then let's say up here, if you're arriving on platform P and you want a ticket, or should I put the bathroom there? I think because I got bathrooms on all the routes, I could end up diverting somebody onto a bad route if I put toilets. But let's say that they can definitely find tickets there. If they're curious about tickets, they know to find it there. And similarly, if they're starting on Q and they want tickets, just go upstairs and you will find tickets on your way to P. Okay, I think that's everything. As soon as we've finished building everything, I'll turn on the Q and the C gates. Right now they're off. It's 2 in the morning. I can probably keep doing this until 4 in the morning. Eventually I have to move on to some other games. Oh wait, Ivuki's asking, but B gate. Have I missed something? Is there something that I forgot to do? Oh, wait a minute. Aha, these say C. These need to say C because now they connect to C. They didn't before, but when they go one step upstairs, now they need to get to C. Okay, that was something I forgot, so I'm glad you mentioned this. Oh, Ivuki asked, did I do anything at the B gate? I think I did. I think at the B gates I said that they connect to Q and C. So yeah, I think we are good there. And when we come down here, it says, yeah, this is how you get to C. So yeah, I do think we are good there on the B side. Ivuki said that they missed that. Yeah. Oh yeah. So one of the first things I did was make sure that A and B had signage leading them there. But let's keep an eye on folks because we could see little speech bubbles pop up and tell me that I've done something wrong. Of course, I haven't turned on any of the new gates or trains yet. So you'll see that Q is just not running right now. But once all of the connections are there downstairs, so still building this bathroom, still building this plaza. Okay, the plaza's there. It's missing some amenities. But I think we're good to go. I think we should turn on this stuff. We're good enough anyway. Right, because I think we've got the ticket booth working. Okay. So yeah, I think we're good. So let's see. Nobody's arrived yet on queue, but people are coming to there. Okay, so the queue trains are starting to arrive. Tons of people coming through. Somebody had to check the sign, but they found it. Now they're all waiting for the elevator. Looks like people are gathering at that elevator a lot because they see it first. Huh. I wonder if I can do something about that, because that's going to be a traffic jam. Yeah, making people go to reverse stairs is kind of rough. I wonder if I put a sign here, or here in front of the elevator that says, if you want stairs that go to P and A and B and C, you can have them. And if you want an elevator that goes to P and A and B and C, you've got one there. Letting people know that if they're good with stairs, they can actually go the other way. Okay, so it looks like I didn't plan this really well. Got a lot of people. Okay, so they did figure out there were... A couple of them figured out there were stairs. But they're mostly crowding this elevator. Dang. What else could I do about this? Because that's... I mean, they're sort of getting through, but once the population of this goes up, that's going to be bad. So what I think I might need to do is make the elevator less convenient so that most people are likely to take the stairs. It just doesn't feel great. Okay, so let's bulldoze that. It's not going to be there anymore. Let's say that where we want to have an elevator is actually... Wait. Okay, we actually want the elevator to be here. Like right there. Then we go upstairs and we connect it to a new corridor that we rotate. Slap that on there. And then, oh, that's weirdly off. Okay. So it connects like this. And then let's just build one more piece. Boink. Boink. And boink. Okay, so now this elevator will say all the same things it did. Oh, ooh, I missed this. Okay, so this needs to say goes down to Q. This needs to say goes down to Q. And then down here, this needs to say it goes up to the ticket booth. It goes up to P, A, B, and C. Okay, and so now this sign is a lie. But I think people will find what they need to find. Oh, actually, yeah, let's put a sign over here that tells people who are coming this direction, hey, did you know there are stairs to P, A, B, and C and to the ticket booth this way? Just so you know. Okay, so it's going to take a bit for the elevator to show up, but we don't have any people who need the elevator yet, so we'll probably be okay. Yeah, so Ibuki's pointing out that the elevator might actually just be more attractive to people in general because they're lazy, which might very well be the case. It could be that if somebody sees an elevator and stairs, they will always take the elevator. And if I want them to take the stairs, I have to arrange it so the elevator is slightly further away. I would not be surprised if that's the case. Okay, so the day's almost out, and I haven't really seen a lot of problems. Okay, so I can't tell, because it's so late in the day, I can't tell if my elevator strategy is working. It looks like that guy took the elevator, and so maybe it's still not going to be good. Maybe I actually would need to have pointed these stairs in the opposite way. Like, if I'm going to have stairs on this side of the platform, they need to be facing the opposite way in order for anyone to use them. So that's good for me to know for future reference. I think I'm not going to try to fix it right now. Alright, still got an A+. Begin new day. So no technology this time. So up here, I didn't level up to level 7, so I did not add any new technology this time. I think it's partly because it took so long for the new station parts to open up. Oh, wait. Oh, something I forgot to do. Down here, people are probably wandering around wondering how to get to C5 and C4. So let's put a sign here. It says C4 and C5 are this way, and C3 is that way. And similarly, let's put a sign right here that says C4 is this way, C5 is that way, and everything else is this way. Oh, including info, in case people are curious. Sign finished. Okay, so we have some people going up the stairs, but it's mostly people who come from this side of the train. Everybody else wants to gather there, so they're mostly just using this side of the platform too. I could see this getting really crowded eventually. But everything else seems to be running pretty smoothly. I just love to sit back after you've built a really complicated subway system. Just sort of sit back and just enjoy watching everything sort of smoothly run. Like, I think that, I've definitely not maximized the efficiency of this traffic flow. It's got tons of people gathering in very tight spaces, and as the population goes up, this could be a problem. But for now, it's okay. And I don't feel like I have to do a massive revamp in order to make it work. Not right this second, anyway. Maybe I'll eventually feel like I need to. Maybe what I'm going to want to do is take these off this side and put them on this side instead. So they're aiming a little bit closer to... Or maybe what I need to do is make this just a big old plaza and then point the stairs in the opposite direction. That could also work. Yeah, there's several different ways I could have done this that would have been better. But now I know. I think I'm not going to worry about it this time unless it gets really bad. But I think what we're going to do is just sort of enjoy this last successful day, and then we'll probably give this game a rest and let you go and get the game and explore it yourself. Let's wait until we get to the end of the day, and then we're going to save and quit. But let's sit back and bask in the joy of having made an efficient running machine. I still got almost nobody using this area over here. It's very rare for somebody to show up at A and want to get to B, and vice versa. It's just not happening very much. So this was probably a waste of money. I probably do not need to be maintaining this. It would have been better if I just routed them through P and just not worried about it. But yeah, you live and learn. Maybe later on, as these sort of gain in population, maybe this will become valuable. It looks like commuting time is winding down. Station's thinning out, but no little thought bubbles telling me something's wrong. Just lots of little spending money bubbles, which is what I like to see. Okay, I'm going to pause right before the day ends, because when I come back and reload this, I'm going to want to not have to remember what just got unlocked. I want it to tell me what unlocked. So let's save it, and then let's quit. So that was STATIOnflow. It's a really fun, satisfying little game to play. It's the sort of thing where you can play it while you've got something else going on in the background. It's not quite as simple as Mini Metro and games like that, but it kind of gives you the same sort of satisfaction of sort of making a smoothly running machine, and it definitely feels like it stays sustainable. It's not like Mini Metro, Mini Motorways, where it's eventually gets to a point where you just completely fail and collapse. This game, it gets more complicated over time, but you still kind of feel like it's all like you can really make a good one. So it's not as demoralizing as some games that just always inevitably have some catastrophic end. Then again, I haven't played it long enough. Maybe it does inevitably have a catastrophic end, and I just haven't found it yet. But anyway, I really like this game, and I'm going to keep playing it for a little while. So let's wrap up the video and move on to something else.